Hello, I am Captain Jack Gumption. Welcome back to another episode of the Bounty Hunter Saga. Today we're taking a tiny little bit of a pivot away from a purely bounty hunter playthrough. I've been doing a lot of thinking about it. We still will be bounty hunting. We will still be working on our bounty hunter reputation and things like that. But I've decided, as I'm looking at these little fish, that we need a bit more of a solid direction. So I think to start off with, this episode is more or more or less going to be a little bit of what I've been up to, because I have been up to a couple of little things off camera. VLS Star Chaser, last seen in Oita. Yeah, we'll take those. Oita. When's it ever gone wrong for us in Oita? Let's just get us way back up to our ship. So we're still flying around in the Equinox. Because the Equinox is just the best ship we've got at the moment. And when we're on board, we will just have a quick look at some of the things I've done. I've not done a massive amount. I maybe have had between an hour and 3 hours just kind of like setting things, doing a little bit of background things, mainly setting up some more traders and things like that. So, undock Oita, we have, when we get up and we get our autopilot on, so we've had a little bit of exploring. Like I said, we are still in our Mandalorian gauntlet. This is the first time you're tuning in. That's what Mandalorian gauntlet looks like. As made famous by Bo-Katan Kryze, if you've seen the Mandalorian TV show. Is it season 2, season 3 that she's in a gauntlet? So yeah, so we'll just hit autopilot and we'll have a quick look. Now, autopilot in this thing recently has been acting a tad little temperamental, so don't be surprised if we crash into an asteroid, inside an asteroid, into the side of a jump gate or a station. All of the above happened fairly recently. So if we look at the map, we'll turn off that little trade view while we make our way down to Oita. Pretty sure that's not how you pronounce it, but we've got ourselves two little new traders in the New Republic area. We have got ourselves 2 YV666s because we need to start making some money incoming. It's a little bit low at the minute because I have just not so long ago bought these. So we've got this one is set up at the minute, it's just filling shortages, trying to get that pilot skill up. This one I've got it set to explore the Rendili sector. In fact, what we will do, drop a satellite while we're at that, drop a satellite about here. We'll drop a resource probe in here as well. I'm very surprised that the Rendili sector is so, or it seems at the minute, so barren. Because usually this sector's pretty booming.
Completed.
We've still got the Razor Crest. It's still, I'm still trying to figure out why, if it's going to repair itself. Doesn't look like it. I don't know if that's because it needs energy cells in its hold to be able to start repairing. It was at 35%. It is still at 35%. We've parked our Y-Wing down there as well. All this is pretty much unchanged. We've got our scouts doing as scouts. There's 2 traders we set up on previous episodes. We need to rename that because we're going to end up with a lot more traders. And I want to know what sector they're trading off or what faction. It gives an idea where they are. So we've got New Republic Trader 1, New Republic Trader 2. That is the rename. A note. Trader 01. I like to keep what sort of ship they are as well, just so I know. I'm not going to bother renaming that one. Because that one, that trader, that little Naboo Starfighter one will very soon be probably taken off her trading duties. So yeah, we've established that. Bought ourselves a couple of new ships. We have done a fair bit of exploring, so things we have found. We've found another mining guild wharf. We've mapped out
Jump completed. Mandalore.
It's jumping. We've mapped out this sector. We have mapped out a little bit of this sector, and we have mapped out a little bit of Tellus as well, and then a little bit of Catonica, because basically what I was trying to do is find the CSA shipyards, so we know where all those are depending on what big ships we've got. We've stayed away from the Sith sector because, you know, that never ends well. Or I don't know, I've never actually been to see the Sith in this game, so that might be one thing that we do. And then we made his way down this way a little bit, mapping out as we go. Pikuni, and then I think we've run out of satellites by this point, but we found the Mon Cal shipyards as well. And the other thing we've found in Findar, which is where we started off, is another bounty hunter station. So we have found one in the CSA sector, we have found one in the New Republic sector, which is down in Biss somewhere, Biss being down there. We found one in the Anoke sector, and we found one in the main headquarters, which is in Mongaza, which is there. So we've got a pretty wide web of bounty hunter guild stations now, which is good. There might be some more kicking about somewhere, I'm not sure. I can't remember if we've done this last time, but we've done a lot of mapping out of the Mandalorian section as well, so that is all jolly good. I believe I've got a mission to go and see, yeah, the TGM, because we've been
Encore down.
Transgal Meg Industries, because we've been promoted by them. Our little trader, our little Anoke trader, has got us up and running with them, so that means with these guys we're eligible for a slight discount soon, and we can buy things such as the Karaz, which is a ship that we wanted. So we might even do that maybe this episode, maybe not. We can get the R1 Starfighter. I'm not a big fan of the R1. I like... So the R1, it's got a cool nose, and it's got a cool kind of like engine bay on it, but then the wings just seem a bit stubby.
Jump completed.
I suppose it's a little bit like a T-Rex in a lot of ways. Like a big, fairly big chunky body with a big chunky head and then little babby arms. What else can we get from these guys? So we can get a Defender. Quite like the Defender. We might even see about buying a Defender. And we've also means we can buy some big ships from them. What do they sell big ship wise? So the Interceptor version of the Action 4 and a Nebulan B. I've used a Nebulan C in this game, which is quite possibly one of the most ugliest ships in the Star Wars universe. Oh, and they sell a harbour class as well, which is good because... Do they sell... Oh, they've only got the turbo lasers. Only ion cannons on mine.
Jump
But we can always get the
Launch
turbo lasers and go from there. So whereabouts are we? One jump away, right, action stations. Ooh, VLS have been branching out a little bit.
Jump beacon. Ida.
So, Ida, as the game likes to say, can be a little bit of a hairy sector. Just bear with me while I move this cable from my new microphone. There we go. Might have a bit of noise there, but don't worry about it. That's another update we've got. So I bought myself a new microphone. It's weird because technically speaking, it's worse than the microphone or the recorder I was using to get the audio beforehand. But in some ways, it's a lot better. Right.
Disengage.
Start searching. So yeah, it's better. It's better in the sense that this is an actual proper, dedicated microphone, PC microphone. It's a K66A Zeal Sound, which seemed to be a fairly recommended one for
Nav beacon.
video recording, and it's quite cheap. The one I was using before is a Zoom H4n Pro, I think it was, which is what I used to use when I used to make films, which is a recorder. The H4n is so good. Let's just pause it there. Let's have a look, see if we've seen any of our bounties. WFL 9, MBL 53. And these pirates are actually going to... was that one of them? No, that's the one that's just...
Maybe Spit, keep it. You drop cargo.
No, Spit, you may not keep it. We no drop cargo.
Might have to help myself to
Oh,
some of that.
everyone's...
Drop the cargo and run.
Oh, Mandalorian radio. Usually they don't give too much of a chase. They're a bit like magpies. They get distracted by the next shiny thing if you're flying at travel speed. But yeah, so the H4n, brilliant microphone for making films or recording films with.
Kiss your plasma vents goodbye.
Oh god. Oh, we found you though. That's good. But the downside with it is because it's such a good recorder, it picks up absolutely everything. I used to use it for literally
R41
recording
Star Chaser.
outdoor background sound. So if you ever wanted background music or background sound effects such as, you know, forest ambience, it's perfect for that. We're focusing pretty hard on this. This is actually going to sum us up nicely as to what our next kind of like plan is.
You're done for.
Come on, turrets. Start firing. We're in an arc. Oh, this is not turning out well. Right, we're going to have to just try and fight his way out a bit. Oh, this could be us cream crackered. Yes, I know the hull is very much damaged, but there's not a lot we can do at the minute. Alright, I think we're going to survive this. We are going to have to jump out of the system and repair though before we come back. Mr. Ark, it pains me to destroy you, but you know. Oh, we are so close to death. Right, that draws us about even, if not in a slightly better situation than them. Let's grab that loot. Oh, that was slightly tense.
Lantilles.
And what was that?
Container.
It's a long
Jump
way away.
beacon.
So that's
Lantilles.
interesting.
Container.
Did we?
Jump
No, we
beacon.
surely we didn't
Lantilles.
travel that far during that fight. Right, we'll jump out of system. We will get repaired. Get the old spacesuit on. So yeah, pirates. Now, for a little bit of a while, that was close. I was wondering what kind of direction to take this in, because as the game stands at the minute, bounty hunting is cool, but repetitively doing the same style missions over and over again, it gets a little bit repetitive. So I was doing some umming and ahhings. I thought, well, shall we flip stuff, fighting for another faction? Maybe, you know, start another series, start as a Imperial Ascendancy or something daft like that. And I thought, no. So as I was doing my research, and by the way, this is the worst way to repair a large ship. It takes forever. As we were doing his research, I was looking up the Bounty Hunter Guild and like what it actually does. Yes, it's a guild, it posts bounty, but the Bounty Hunter Guild was legends or canon made up of various different houses, each house having its own unique specialisation. In the Legends era, that's one of the reasons why you had partly one of the reasons why you had the Bounty Hunter Wars, which are really good books. But the way we're going to play it is just this idea of different houses. So you would have a house, and I'll try and put some names up of the various different houses. One would specialise in taking on kidnap jobs, high value kidnap jobs. One would take on pirates. One would take jobs which were based on, you know, other specialised area, like ground assault or something like that. So that kind of got me thinking.
Short range transporter. A.
Would we be able to take one of those out with a hand laser? Maybe, maybe not.
Gauntlet starfighter.
Yeah, anyway. So, yeah, that kind of like got me thinking. Well, there's a direction there. We can form essentially our own pseudo bounty hunter guild. We're going to start it off as a sort of station based, and we are going to go down the avenue of setting up a scrap miner, which we're going to look at in the next couple of episodes. We are going to still work towards getting a harbour class as our home ship, and we are going to focus on first of all taking on the bounties for pirates and almost exclusively pirates, so taking out those different pirate factions. We are then going to work at building a station and move on from taking out those bounty hunter targets. And then I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to start building a fleet. Now, I know I said I didn't want to build a fleet, but because of our pseudo-neutral kind of stance we've taken, and one of the reasons I'm setting up multiple traders in multiple factions, is we can start essentially buying the big ships from all the different factions that we might want. Now, I love Venators, so we might get some Venators, some Star Destroyers, basically have a proper ragtag fleet which is specialising in taking on pirates, essentially, which I like the idea of, because the Black Sun and the VLS and the Hut Pirates are all just a massive pain in the backside for me. At the minute, I'm not at the level where they're going to start attacking my traders anyway, unless they start scanning it and trying to take its cargo. But I'm hoping by the time we actually get to the point where they're really angry with us, we'll have a rapid response fleet, so to speak. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan of action. We're up to 61%. What we will do is we will have a little breather there for a minute, and then we'll come back once the ship's repaired. I think that sounds like a good idea. Save people watching and listening to the vum. So I will see you in a short while. We're back. We're not heading to Geyser, that's where the autopilot wants us to go. We're going to change our mission to that one. So it says we've already found it, which is good. So we'll go here. We need to sell those advanced composites we've got on us because it's drawing us too much attention. We've had another message which we'll read in a minute. I believe it's from the Imperial Ascendancy. We've managed to get our reputation up enough with those to get us a little bit of
Jump completed. Fighter.
discount.
R41 Star Chaser.
Hello, Mr. R41 Star Chaser. Would you care to say hello? No, you're running off somewhere. So yeah, I didn't repair it all the way up because it's taken me about 5 minutes to get to 75%, which is, long enough. A bit of a fancy power slide there. We are faster than this ship, so we should catch it fairly quickly. Now we're heading in roughly the same heading. Asteroids obviously pending. There's an unknown object there. I wonder if that's another jump gate. Oh, I wonder if you're heading through said jump gate. You are. Where are we?
Jump completed. Nasri.
Masri. Where is Masri? Are you trying to run away from me? How are you managing to do 4,709 meters per second? I'm sure you're not capable of that. No, you're not. False reading. We've got a runner, guys. Oh. Apparently my reputation must precede me. Come on, we're not playing cat and mouse all day. You're going to try and get to that other gate. if I can, I would love to be able to take you out in this system. Whether we can or not, that's another question. Alright. See where it's got to now. I do actually quite like the fact that they run away sometimes.
Jump completed. Fighter.
Where's this one going though? You're just loitering around the gate at the minute.
Looks like we won't be going home.
I won't be going home. Well, there's a possibility. Wow, there's a strong possibility as you have got a little bit of a backup crew there.
Arc 17.
And you know what we're going to do is we're going to see about taking that arc out first. That's right or wrong, that's the one that I don't like the most.
Checked.
Good.
R41 Star Chaser.
Come to Papa.
You're done for.
Oh, thank you for allowing me to fire my weapons eventually. Valerian Syndicate now
R41
taking a bit of umbrage, but you know, shouldn't attack me, should you? How are we looking? And your dead friend. Let's just collect our just rewards. What's that we've got? Hydraulic pump. You know you're doing well on the trading when it starts coming up with like 76,000 coming out of the old bank account. That means that
Lantilles.
as traders are, you know, buying and selling. So if they're buying 76,000, you're at least getting a little bit more than that back. Oh good, taking a bit more damage. I mean, one-on-one this ship is an absolute beast, but when we start getting into the kind of, wow, there really isn't anything in the Rendili sector, is there? There's virtually nothing. There's usually, like I said, usually on previous playthroughs, there's been quite a bit. Well, when you've done that, go to Corellia, because at the very least we can start mapping out the Corellian sector a little bit. See if we can get the Corellian engineering on side. They've got some good ships. They have a buy ships. Let's have a look. I mean, I wish the Corellian engineering had more ships, as they should do, but they don't at the minute. The Dornian, surprisingly good ship, surprisingly good little picket ship, but that's potentially what I'd like. A GS880 doesn't tell you on the, obviously on the disc because everything's in red, but it's got something like 6 missile tubes on it. It's absolutely like brutal. Brutal, I tell you, brutal. So now we've done that, let's have a look at our messages, see what we've got. And we'll hand these in. So, in appreciation for your efforts, promotion, due to our close proximity to New Republic space, we are looking for volunteers to help secure our borders. So that is basically, because we've got our rank up to probably about 20, I'm going to guess. Imperial Ascendancy. Oh no, we're at plus 10. They're now inviting us to, if we feel like it, we can join in the fight with the
Disengage.
Imperial Ascendancy. Which, when point 7 comes out, we might do that. We might be a dirty Imperial Ascendancy person. Right, let's get... Ooh. So they were, you know, relatively simple bounties. A little bit dramatic.
Gauntlet Starfighter.
But yeah, I definitely like the idea of being able to go after all pirate bounties and maybe larger pirate bounties, because I would imagine those dreadnoughts the VLS have potentially got significant bounties on them, and I would imagine the Black Sun's ISD that they've stolen have probably also got substantial bounties on them as well. Right, hand this bounty in. Hello. 250,000.
Goodbye.
It's a bit mean. A bit harsh, isn't it? I'm glad we did a significant amount of the repairs ourselves, because, well, with bounties that low, we're not exactly breaking the bank. Which is another kind of like... So we need to undock, yeah. Reason why I'm thinking Soul Bounty Hunter is not amazing. Because, you know, some of the bounties you get... So, for that, we took out, what? 6 or 7 fighters. We only got paid bounty for one of them. We took substantial damage on the ship. We used a couple of missiles, which are at least, what, 10 grand? 10 grand a pop. So when you take into factor repairs, if we were to get it repaired at a station, time it takes, and all those things, it's not massively profitable. We can go after bigger stuff. We can go after trader ship, Gazantes, that kind of thing, but as we've seen, hunting down trader ships, good God, that can be hard work. So yes, you get paid a lot more, but the time sink. I mean, that episode we did where we tried to find that trader, practically used, what, two hours of it just for one little bounty. Accidentally blew up the wrong bounty because I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, but we'll see. So we'll hand this bounty in. Next episode then. So in the next episode, what we're going to do, we're going to give the old bounty hunting a rest.
Jump completed.
Geyser. Mandalorian territory now. Oh yeah, that's the other thing we can do. We can
Concord down.
essentially build up his own Mandalorian fleet. So we could have a Keldabi as kind of his flagship, and a couple of Mandalorian Crusaders to back us up. That'd be epic. Oh yeah, that might be something that we aim for as well. So we need to find some scrap sectors. I will have a look round. Actually, I know we're speaking of a Keldabi. So beautiful. Can we see it? Can we see it?
Jump completed. Concord down.
Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful Keldabi. I don't know why it's just sat there.
Jump beacon. Ordo. Fang fighter.
We can get some fangs.
Dreadnought class cruiser.
Dreadnoughts are pretty. I do like the Dreadnought.
Ordo.
I think my favourite type of spaceships are essentially the space brick. You know, the good old space brick covered in guns, bristling with guns, big, square, with some nice pointed angles on it. I think one of my all-time...
Jump completed. Ordo.
Asteroids. What's in those?
Asteroid.
Or asteroid. Yeah, I think my all-time favourite spaceship, or one of my all-time favourite spaceships of all times, is the Battlestar Galactica. I tell a lie. Pegasus. Battlestar Pegasus. So if you're unfamiliar with Battlestar Galactica for whatever reason, Battlestar Galactica is essentially a carrier, big space carrier, with pods either side of it, big engines, looks really cool. Looks like a giant, basically, imagine a dreadnought with
Jump completed. Mandalore.
some docking bays on either side of it that extend outwards, so it acts kind of like a runway. In the original Battlestar Galactica, there was static and stationary. In the new one, I say new, that's old now. They extended in and out, and it was the actors carriers, and they can find like nuclear weapons, missiles, but the main thing is it's kind of like a really heavy duty support ship, and it fires lots of flak out, and it looks cool. So cool. I love that series. But yeah, so Galactica,
Completed.
awesome ship.
Zeros.
But I did actually like the Pegasus best.
Jump
The Pegasus was just an exceptionally cool ship. It was like the Galactica, but bigger, more modern, and completely brutal. And then there was also the Battlestar Raven. Was it the Raven? I'm sure it was the Raven. And the Raven was like a Black Ops version of Galactica. It's kind of a bit more, I think it was smaller, it was a bit sleeker. Yeah, that was a cool ship. Yeah! I knew that was going to happen. I just saw its angle. Why are you parking there? Why?
Bulk 6 freighter. Jump beacon. Bulk 6 freighter.
What? Why are you parked there? Oh, it's one of them stupid Praetorian things. So, the Praetorian, I believe it's a Mandel Motors, i.e. Mandalorian ship. It's not nice though, is it? Look at it. That, so
Fendar.
you can't just look on a head. So if we looked at just the head on its own, yeah, it looks a bit like that guy from, is it Sesame Street? Is it Bert or Ernie with the big eyebrows? It just looks goofy. Don't like them. Sure, they're a brilliant ship, but no, not my cup of tea. Look at it. Look at it. It's just goofy. Hello. Right. Back to where we were. Goddamn goof troop. Is that another one?
Bulk 6
Ugh.
freighter.
Bulk 6 freighter. Oh, slowing down a bit. I have noticed as well, now I've explored more of the galaxy, and now I've got more things going on behind the scenes. Every now and again it is starting to choke a little bit. I think it's probably more down to the game's optimization in its current state, which I'm hoping 0.7 will fix. Because, you know, I've not got the best computer in the world. It's not like new, but it is. It was like really good when it first came out. It was a HP Omen, but it was one of the better model HP Omens with like a i7 whatever processor, and originally it had 16 gigs of RAM, but that got upgraded fairly recently, so now it's got 40 odd gigs of RAM. 43 gigs of RAM? I don't know. I thought I was putting that. So I saw an offer, a sale for some Crucial RAM.
Thanks for your
You're welcome, mate. So some Crucial RAM. And it was a good offer. So it was 2 sticks for 40 odd quid. And I thought, do you know what? That's actually a pretty good deal, that, isn't it? You know, it's not the low end Crucial stuff as well. It was one of the higher end Crucial stuff. Sticks of RAM. So I ordered these 2 sticks, thinking I'd ordered another 2 8 gigs of RAM.
Hello.
How much we get for that? 249,000.
Good luck out there.
But we are now plus 10 in the Corporate Sector Authority, which means they're going to say, you can join us in our war against the ICG, Independence Commerce Guild. So yeah, basically, thought I was ordering 2 sticks of 8 gig RAM. Turned out I was ordering 2 sticks of 16 gig. So she's had quite a big memory upgrade recently, which is nice. But yeah, so they're them handed in. Ah, look at that. I mean, if that was your ship, or if it wasn't your ship and you came walking out onto this docking bay and you saw it, you'd be impressed, wouldn't you? You'd be like, oh my god, whose is that? It'd be the equivalent for me of seeing not something like a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, but like, I don't know, when you see a modern day, like a Dodge Hellcat, you kind of be like that, ooh, that's nice, that looks a bit mean.
Can I help? Here you go.
Alien eggs, saving them. What have we got? You got basic seminars. I'm not that bothered. I could probably do with some other seminars though. We'll sell those. We'll sell those. And we'll sell those. And we'll have a quick look at our little when it wakes up. Come on. Our little crafting thing. So what can we make? Can we make anything? No, that's fine. So we're going to call it there for an episode. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time where we go and buy ourselves a little mining vessel.